Having a lot in mindset and able to differentiate things and know what is right, this really helped me a lot to finish my housemate contract peacefully.
I just got off the phone with the girl who loves you too. Said you're working on yourself, is she helping with that too? You gave her the time of day. You told
Hello,
her.
beautiful glad fams, how you're doing? It's amazing day. Yeah, it is. So today I'll be sharing my own beautiful uh why am I feeling myself today? I think I'm super excited. So that is why I was like this. Don't mind your girl, but I just want you guys to know a few things about me as a living housemaid. I think asking these questions is going to help some people to know a little bit about my work life here in Oman. So I'll be sharing with you my true and honest working style with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you're yet to subscribe to GLA'DIARY, what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe and get to know much more about the life of a domestic worker, whereby I share everything pertaining to my lifestyle, making a cooking video, sharing of experience about kadama shagala here in Oman Arab interesting country. Working as housemaid, I was a little bit smiling that who would be so happy like after finish your level of education and the next thing you're doing is housemaid work. So you feel so bad, because that is the truth. When I was coming to this country, I think I shared a lot of tears in the vehicle. If I don't feel so good about the work from the beginning, I don't feel so good. So when I got here, and the only thing I can say, oh, this is interesting, is that I learned to adjust to people, and now I realize what hustle truly means. It's not that I'm a lazy person. I'll be hustling when I was in my country, like I mentioned earlier on. But the reality of life, I think I learned it through being a housemaid, by experiencing a lot of hardship. So it makes me to be strong, and I realized a lot of things I was not able to do on my own. So I become free, and I gain a lot of independence to build myself and to understand myself. So this is what I said. It's interesting because I got inspired in so many ways from encountering with different kind of people, and how people think of housemaid, and how they actually, from the way of their treatment, either be verbal or violence. I learned through that. So the interesting part is that for me to be able to overcome all their insults and adapt, like there are some times that I ask myself that, is this me? Because when I was in Nigeria, you can't just do something to me and I will ignore. But I was able to overcome all that, all the challenges, like the behavior of me. Like, I'm kind of person who has a hot temper, but I was able to overcome this. So it's really interesting that kids will do a lot of things to me here that I can never take it when I was in my country. But now I just see like they are just a child. So I don't take something so serious. So a lot of things change about me personally ever since I started working here as a Omani housemaid. So that is the interesting part. I change a lot, and it's not for bad aspects, but I change to good. My daily rules, as for me, there is nothing like that. But the only thing that's take a lot of time and so difficult was the aspect of covering your head, like mandatory. Sometimes I've already forgotten myself and be like, oh, but later on we figure things out. So I can't call that a problem again. So I don't have any mandatory laws that I still find difficult to adjust right now. I'm a free girl. Oh, when talk about considering working outside, like I think because of the treatment I receive from the family I'm working with, it has never come to mind, or let me say, due to what I've seen or heard from other people, and I can't lie, the only time that I had a mind of giving a try of outside is when I was trying, maybe I can pursue my education here in Oman, but anything else from that, I don't have any mind of going outside. When we talk about my strength or what strengthened me as housemaid, I can't lie to you, but the truth about this strength is being determined, like my determination to get myself adjusted to Omani lifestyle, most especially the house I'm working, the people who are there. So I try to adjust and blend with their lifestyle. So that is what give me the strength, because if I said, oh, housemaid work or working in a Omani home is that easy, no, you need something to encourage yourself, like to give you strength to continue moving. So one of the things that give me strength is trying or making myself available, and also I accept them by making the determination that, oh, these people I have to adapt. If you are not able to adapt and accept that this you are doing it for working purpose or for living purpose, and you don't want to jeopardize the time you are with them, or you don't want to be transferred from one place to another, you need something like strength. So my whole simple strength is determination to adapt to a new environment, and learn how to mingle with other people cultures. So this has been my strength so far. Season before, you have seen those who have experienced it, you know that it's not a nice thing, because it's hurt a lot, to the extent some people feel annoyed and sad about their environment, most especially be an Africa in a British country and you are experiencing such thing. Sometimes it leads to bully. So I don't experience such, but I experience what we call like a little bit adjustment or separation from people. But this is not a total separation, but people were trying to avoid me based on their own traditional culture of they don't want man or woman to be together. That is what I experienced. And as time goes on, when people realize that I'm not a bad person, and sometimes those who try to avoid me, they do that because I'm housemaid. So that is the truth. But when you talk about racism, nothing of such. When you ask me how do you feel, how am I going to feel? You know, I feel so bad when people were trying to avoid themselves from me. Like I mentioned earlier on, they only try to avoid me due to a culture. And once I understand, also I don't feel bad again or see it like something serious. But when I first got here, I feel so bad, and I do ask myself that what happened. Sometimes I'll be checking myself that maybe I'm thinking, you know, different kind of things will be running in mind when you see people trying to avoid you, and you be like, what is this? And later on, when they told me and explained things for me, then I just wave it. So about racism or the separation or avoiding of people around me, the only thing I felt was so bad. But now, when we talk about my weakness as housemaid, first and foremost, nobody without a weakness. As you have strength, you do have a weakness. Yeah, but the weakness that I had, I think I've worked on it, but I still want to share it with you guys that when I just get here, I have much difficulty like making a food that it will please their palate. Took me a long of time, and it's really weak me whenever I see people eating my food, like just touch it anyhow without enjoying it. It's not I'm a bad cook, but so this week me, like seeing them eating my food without enjoying it or without finishing it, or hearing a lot of queries, sometimes some insultive words rather than praising after the whole effort I've put together in the kitchen. So that's with me a lot of time, and it took me a long time as well to overcome that. So that is one of my weakness is to, yeah. So as a housemaid living, so my weakness is trying to make them a food that we really take so good and they will enjoy eating. But to God be the glory, right now I think I don't have any issue about that, because they have been commending my efforts. Also sometimes ask to share my own logic or recipe with them. So that is one of my weakness. As for me, I have a document that have been sent to me through the email when I was in Nigeria, and the amounts I'll be collecting will be stated there and I've read it. So it's not that I don't have the idea of the amount that I'm collecting. So I don't have any other expectation apart from what is written there. You know, when I just get here and the certain amount written to my agreements later, so I don't feel anything like, oh, this is not what I have in mind, and what I'm collecting is what is. You guys already know her. You know that for someone to leave her own country saying, oh, I want to work as housemaid, she had passed through or undergo series of things in her home country. You, as a black girl here, I've seen and experienced a lot of things. Like, I can't continue to be stating them or mentioned because after finishing my NC education from Nigeria, I have to sit for like a year or 2 years at home, just trying to struggle, do a lot of business, trying to help my parents. To the extent I have to go and start learning how to sew, like go into fashion designer. So before then, I try to continue my education, like go for my degree immediately I finish my NC education, because I have the passion to further more, but my parent doesn't have much strength or energy or funds to sponsor me. So they speak to me that it's better I find something else to do rather than sitting at home or working in a close by schools. They are not paying so well, so the salary was so low to my monthly or weekly expenses sometimes. So my parents asked me to withdraw myself, so I undergo a lot of things, like I've said it, a lot of things, sell things, hawk, and many more. So it's not easy at all for me, and that is why I was here in Oman doing this kind of job. So that is my experience as a black Nigeria baby girl. So guys, see you in my other video, and love you, and do your girl a favor by sharing this video out. You may help someone. Love you, bye, and I leave.